Alright everyone, I was looking through some of the rumours and I'll just close down some of these. LFC Transfer Room reposted something by Joseph Agbobley, and it says Mo Salah remains interested in the Saudi League, though he has prioritised hearing Liverpool's offer before making a final decision, according to Telefootball. And they mentioned that we rejected the 150 million bid from Al Ittihad in 2023. You may remember that was very, very late on. And then they do have an accompanying article embedded into the tweet. Now bear in mind, when was this tweet posted? 3:23 p.m. UK time, April the 1st. So bear in mind, look at the date today, first of all, okay? Though, in fact, there's an article in the Telegraph on this, kind of makes me think it's not an April Fool's. But the LFC Transfer Room post says the Saudi Pro League, the SPL, remains optimistic that Mohamed Salah is still considering a move to Saudi Arabia this summer, despite reports suggesting little chance of the Liverpool forward joining Al Hilal ahead of the Club World Cup, according to the Telegraph. Now, that would be interesting if that went through, because I think Al Hilal's first game was against Real Madrid. So if he went to Al Hilal, he'd be playing against Trent, possibly. That would be really strange. But the Telegraph, and they mentioned the Telegraph, and there's a lovely picture of Mo Salah here, and it says Saudi Arabia confident of Mohamed Salah open to move this summer. And they've got an exclusive. Liverpool forward remains interested in SPL offer but unlikely to move before Club World Cup mid-June. And all they say here is there's little chance he'll move to Al Hilal ahead of the Club World Cup. And yet to agree a deal over his future. There's an offer on the table to extend his 8-year stay at Anfield, but it's understood the lines of communication remain open with the SPL, that's the Saudi Pro League. One senior source, is that an old bottle of Heinz ketchup? Is it? Just have a look, see if I've got an old bottle of barbecue sauce. Could that be the sauce? I hate it when they do that. They don't say sauce, they don't mention a name. But the Telegraph is probably a more reputable name than, say, Caught Offside for media. But I'm still taking this story lightly. But it says, this senior source has indicated that Salah remains interested in the Saudi Pro League, and although he's prioritised hearing what Liverpool's got to offer, he believes the Egyptian will be signed up this summer when the current deal expires. That's interesting. Now, they say there had been hope with FIFA deciding to introduce an exceptional transfer window from 1st of June to the June the 10th. That's the clubs involved in this competition. And it's been adopted by the Premier League as well. That Al Hilal could sign him in time for the Club World Cup, but for them to do that, they'd have to pay a transfer fee. It would be the same with Real Madrid for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Because the competition starts on the 14th of June. But now, that's not expected to happen now. Whatever Salah decides. They're regarding this competition apparently as an opportunity to promote the league, and with the champions having let Neymar go, they wanted Salah to add more star quality to the squad. They mention here about the £150 million bid 2 years ago. Well, 2 years ago this summer. That was the £150 million bid from Al Ittihad. And the player, the most high-profile and successful Muslim footballer in the world, has remained the dream target. So according to this, he has a decision. Does he remain at Liverpool and build on his legacy? Or does he leave for what would be more money? Because when you see some of the figures they're paying, we can't match that. No chance. But he would be taking himself out of top level football. Whether that would affect his chances with Egypt, I do not know. There is a third option, but it's unlikely, this article claims, that he could leave to join another top European club. Now, I believe his agent, Rami Abbas, mentioned something about PSG earlier in the season, and PSG shut that straight down, from what I remember. They also add here further about his obsession for breaking breaking records. And the club are hoping that might give them some clout in getting him to sign a new deal. They mentioned about his physical condition. He's doing really well, and he'll be able to play at the highest level for a few more seasons. He's in outstanding form. He's got 27 Premier League goals with 9 to play, which is his best return since his debut campaign. He's also on track to break the most goals in the Premier League season, which I think is held by Erling Haaland, and the second, I believe, in the list, could be Mo Salah himself. I'm not too sure. He'll be up there, but the record was Erling Haaland, I believe. Another stat here in this story, if he scores against Everton, he will be the highest scoring non-English player in the Premier League. He's 1 goal away from surpassing Sergio Aguero, currently on 184. He's also third in the all-time top scorers for Liverpool with 243. Roger Hunt has 285, which is possibly the way he's playing. If he could repeat these numbers next season and the season after, he would surpass Roger Hunt. And Ian Rush is top with 346. Those numbers will be hard to break. But if he could do what Cristiano Ronaldo has done and played to his late 30s and match those numbers, then he would stand a chance, but I would say that would be more unlikely. Now, they do talk about the length of the deal here. They're saying the length of the deal being offered to Salah given his age is likely to be one of the reasons he has not yet agreed an extended stay at Liverpool. The club have been prepared to buy their time and try not to force this decision. They also state the same of the captain Virgil van Dijk, who's 33. So that's what the Telegraph have to say, and that was written by their chief football correspondent Jason Burt. So I don't know what you make of all this. It's just an interesting article. Compared to some I read, yes, we've got adverts throughout the page, but it's a very well worded, concise article. Whereas some I see grammar errors or spelling mistakes, and it's not. I'm having to decipher it. Now, this was written after the supposed noon cut-off and the joke's on you deadline for April Fools. It was written at 12:36 p.m. I know some people believe in that, some people don't believe in, but it would be very unlike a publication like the Telegraph to post April Fools. I mean, the class it here. What was it? UK News Website of the Year 2024. So there you go. But believe in this what you want. It's just me putting the news out there for you and just doing my best to break it down. Alright guys, thank you very much.